Good morning students, welcome to SRPS online studies. Yes, we had already discussed in our part 1 that what are the changes happen in our boys and girls at the stage of adolescence. Okay, so we are going through that. In that we had already complete our part increase in height, and we had already complete our part that voice changes. After that we had they sweat and sebaceous gland, or we can say development changes in their body shape, that is also completed, and activity of sweat and oil glands is also completed in this one. Okay, today we are going to discuss our next change, that is development of sex organs. See students, in our boys the testes and penis develop completely in this age, and the testes also begin to produce sperms at this age. Okay, and in girls what happen? The ovaries enlarge and egg begin to mature, and also ovaries start to release mature eggs. It means that in boys and girls they are going to the stage of at least sexual maturity, and it produce boys produce sperms and girls produce mature eggs. Okay, reaching. Now what they reach? Mental maturity. In our boys and girls also some mental maturity is there. It is the times in one's life when the brain has the greatest capacity for learning. In this age we have go to the mental maturity changes. Intellectual maturity, the change in a person's way of thinking, that is called intellectual maturity. The person feels more independent than before and also becomes self-conscious, that is called intellectual maturity. What is emotional maturity? A person may feel, say have some feeling inside, insecure while trying to adjust to the changes in the body and mind. Okay, understand students what is there? We have seen that some changes is there in their behavior and attitudes also. Intellectual development is there in their body, mental development is their body, emotional maturity development is also there in their body. Now secondary sexual characteristics. What is secondary? What do we know about the secondary sexual characteristics? Okay, what is there? See, in boys what happened in the secondary sexual characteristics? In boys they begin to grow facial hair or beard, we can say, that is mouth stretches and beard. The hairs also begin to grow on the chest, under the arms and the region above the thighs on the public regions. Okay, so these are called our secondary sexual characteristics. In girls also the breast begin to develop, the hairs begin to grow on the chest and under the arms and the region above the thighs or the pubic regions. Okay students. Now about the hormones. What hormones are going to develop in the boys and girls? The changes which occur at adolescence are controlled by one chemical substance, that is called our hormones. Okay students, whatever the changes are happen in boys and girls at the stage of puberty or adolescence, so what happened at this stage? In this stage some chemical substances also there, those who can control all these changes. So that is called our hormones. Hormones are secretions from endocrine glands. So what is hormone there in boys? The testes begin to release male hormone, or we can say the male hormone name is testosterone. Okay student, and this causes hair growth. So in boys which hormone is there? Testosterone. And other in girls, the ovaries begin to produce the female hormone or estrogen. What is the female one hormone? That is estrogen, which make the breast develop. Milk secreting glands or mammary glands develop inside the breast. Okay, so estrogen and testosterone, these are the two hormones. So the production of these hormone is under the control of another hormone in endocrine gland, that is called pituitary gland. Okay. Now role of hormones in initiating reproductive function. See students, there are many endocrine glands or ductless glands in the body. The testes and ovaries secrete sex hormones. Okay, the sex hormones are under the control of hormones from the pituitary gland. Understand now what I am saying you? Testes and ovaries, they can secrete they can secrete some sex hormones. Okay, and these sex hormones is to be controlled by pituitary glands hormones. Okay, and the pituitary gland secrete many hormones, one of which makes ova mature in the ovaries and sperms form in the testes. Okay, so this one is the role of hormones in reproductive function. Now, the onset of puberty is controlled by hormones. Let's see by this flowchart. Hormones from pituitary stimulate testes and ovaries to release testosterone in male and estrogen in female. Okay, the hormones can insist them to be secrete these type of hormones, testosterone from boys or male and estrogen from females. They what happened? Then it released in the bloodstream and reach parts of the body, target site where it is gone, and stimulate changes in the body at onset of puberty. So these stages are there what happened in our body on the onset of puberty, that is controlled by hormones. Okay. Now the reproductive phase of life in humans. In female, the reproductive phase of life begins at puberty, okay, and generally lasts till the age of approximately 45 to 50 years, okay. So one ovum matures and is released by one of the ovaries once in about 28 to 30 days. When one egg is mature, one ovum is mature, it released by one of the ovum released by ovaries once in 28 to 30 days. During this period, the wall of uterus becomes thick so as to receive the egg in case it is fertilized and begins to develop. See, what is this? Menstruation. What happened in menstruation? See, in females we all know that the reproductive age starts at puberty and continues to till 45 to 50 years of age. So what happened in this one? We have seen that in this period, one of the two ovaries produce an egg every 28 to 30 days, and this process is called ovulation. Okay, what this process called? This process called ovulation. When fertilization does not occur, so what fertilization? Let's see. I am giving the brief. During this period, the walls of the uterus, we all know that, see there, during this period what happened? During this period, the walls of the uterus become thick and cushiony to receive the eggs, okay. And if the egg is fertilized, it results in pregnancy, and the fertilized egg begins to develop, as you already know about it, okay. And this develops into baby. And if the fertilization does not occur, the released egg and the thickened lining of the uterus along with its blood vessels are shed off, okay, and this process is called our menstruation. So this causes bleeding in women, which is called menstruation, okay. Menstruations occur once in about 28 to 38 days, okay. Now one term is there in menstruation, menarche. What is menarche? The first menstrual flow begins at puberty, that is called our menarche, and it ends at the 45 to 50 age. Then the menstruation cycle stop at that time. So what is menarche? The starting of menstruation flow. Menopause, stopping of menstruation, okay. Stoppage of menstruation is known as menopause. Initially, menstrual cycle may be irregular. It takes some time to be regular, okay. So don't worry about it. How is the sex of the baby determined, boy or girl? Let's see. Yes, students, as we all know, in our cell chapter, one cell organelle is there, that is the nucleus, and inside the nucleus we have studied about that chromosomes are present, and on chromosomes over on it genes are present, and these genes are responsible for our inheritance, okay. So chromosomes, what happened? Inside the fertilized egg or zygote is the instruction for determining the sex of the baby. This instruction is present the thread-like structures called chromosomes. These chromosomes are present inside the nucleus of every cell, and all humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes in the nuclei of their cell. Now, sex chromosomes. 2 chromosomes out of 23 pairs. We all know about that how many chromosomes are there? 23 pairs, it means 46. Okay, in that 2 chromosomes are there which are known as sex chromosomes. These are named as X and Y. In female they have 2 X chromosomes, and in male they have 1 X and 1 Y chromosomes. Now chromosomes in egg and sperms. Okay, the gametes egg and sperm have only one set of chromosomes. Okay, and the unfertilized egg always have a 1 X chromosome. Sperms, there are 2 types. One kind has an X chromosome and the other kind has a Y chromosome. Understand, student? Now development into boys. If the sperm contributes a Y chromosome to the egg at fertilization, what happened? If the sperm or if the chromosome Y of boy that come in the contact or fertilized with the egg at the fertilization level, so the zygote would develop into a male child. Okay, as shown, we have shown in our next slide. And when a sperm containing X chromosome fertilizes the egg, and the zygote would have 2 X chromosome and develop into a female child, as shown in next slide. See, student, we all know about it that in our male XY chromosomes are present, and in our female XX chromosomes are present. Okay, so when the boy's X, is getting fertilized with the female X1, XX, so what happened in this case? Baby girl will born, and when the X and Y of boy and X of girl, when it combined together, what they form? They form a male child. Let's see. Hormones other than sex hormones. See, students, the hormones secreted by pituitary stimulate testes and ovaries to produce the hormones. We all know about it. The pituitary is attached to the brain. Apart from the pituitary, there are other endocrine glands in the body, such as thyroid, pancreas, and adrenal gland is also there. So they secrete different types of hormones and control different types of changes in our body. Goiter, you all know about this disease. See, in this disease, what happened? In this disease, your neck portion is getting swollen. So the disease is caused by thyroid gland. In this disease, the thyroid gland is not producing the hormone thyroxine. So what happened in this disease? Why this disease caused? Because in this in our body, thyroid gland is not producing thyroxine hormone, and because of the lack of thyroxine hormone, we can say that this goiter disease is caused. Diabetes, when pancreas is not producing the hormone insulin. Okay, when pancreas is not reducing the hormone insulin in sufficient quantity, that is created in the case of diabetes. Okay, students? Adrenal glands. The adrenal glands secrete hormone that is called adrenaline, okay, which maintain the correct salts balance in the blood. Adrenals also produce the hormone adrenaline. Adrenal gland secrete hormone adrenaline. What its work? It's help the body to adjust to stress when one is very angry, embarrassed, or worried. When you are getting so hungry, when you are very sad, at this time this adrenaline hormone is getting active. Growth hormone. Thyroid and adrenaline secrete their hormones when they receive order from the pituitary through its hormones. Pituitary also secretes growth hormone, which is necessary for the normal growth of a person. Reproductive health. Okay, now we all know that what is reproductive health. The physical and mental well-being of an individual is regarded as an individual's health. Okay, in our individual's health, both that is important. The one is physical health and mental health, both would be strong. To keep the body healthy, every human beings need to have a balanced diet. Okay, the person must also observe personal hygiene and undertake adequate physical exercise. This is essential for the growth of the body. Okay, students, thank you.